Welcome to Siquijor Philippines. In this Philippines vlog, we're going to do a tour of Siquijor, discover the best things to do, places to eat, and why you must visit this Philippines island. One of the best things about visiting Siquijor is all of the beautiful waterfalls. So we're at Cambugahay Falls. This is a beautiful spot. I love the color of the water. You've got swing ropes that you can swing off. There's a raft to float in the water as well. This is such a magical spot. This is the most popular falls in Siquijor, and even though there's a lot of people here, you do feel like you can get some space to yourself because the falls are spread over about 4 levels. For 50 pesos, you can do the ferry walk where you hang on a swing and walk over the water. These falls are so beautiful. You could easily spend a few hours here.
This is Enchanted restaurant. It's only a minute or two's drive from Cambugahay Falls. They serve traditional Filipino cuisine, and today for lunch we've got the Bicol Express. So this is a pork stew, and it was originally called Bicol Express after the Manila to Bicol train route called the Bicol Express. It's pork that's been stewed in coconut milk, and there's also a lot of shrimp paste in here, and there's chili too, so it's going to be creamy and spicy. You typically eat Bicol Express with rice, so we had to get rice separately. This is garlic rice and this was 40 peso, and the Bicol Express itself was 300 peso. I can just smell the aromas of this curry. It smells so amazing. So I'll try a bit of the pork. Oh, that pork is so delicious. So there's pork belly in here. I would describe the gravy as quite savory. I feel like there's peppercorn or peppery notes to it. It's really thick and creamy, and you get a nice little tingle on your tongue after a couple of seconds from the spiciness of that chili. I like that it comes with some vegetables as well. So we've got some beans, we've got capsicum, we've got onion. This is a really great dish.
We were pleasantly surprised with Siquijor's food scene, with plenty of Filipino restaurants and international flavours to choose from. Here are our top picks from the San Juan area. Luna Libro Cafe is a gorgeous and cozy book cafe right in the heart of town, with a menu that mixes Western and Filipino dishes at reasonable prices. For something quite unique and unexpected, Habibi Siquijor is a beautiful waterfront restaurant serving North African cuisine. The Algerian flatbread to start was a perfect opener, and the couscous with chicken was beautifully spiced. Bell's Beach Bar is the spot for vegan and vegetarian food in San Juan. The falafel wrap and the mung bean burger won't disappoint, and the water views are hard to beat. For proper Filipino comfort food with a view, Habitat Hideaway is your spot. Beautiful dishes, great value, and those $1 million water views make it worth every peso. And Torre Resto Cafe, right next to our accommodation at Aloha Seaside Resort, is a great all-rounder for dinner. We love the fish in torsi sauce, which is fermented black soybean, and the Vietnamese spring rolls to start. Siquijor's food scene really surprised us.
This is Salagdoong Beach. So it's quite a nice beach. It's not that sandy, it's actually quite corally. So it's a little bit hard on the feet. They also have some cliffs here where you can go cliff jumping. So I'm not sure whether I'm game enough to go, but it's fun watching people jump off anyway.
Salagdoong Beach is just really gorgeous. I love the colour of the water. The water itself is really calm and peaceful. And then over here, you've got a massive rock with a couple of platforms that you can jump off. So John's going to have a bit of a go at it afterwards. Let's see if he's game enough to try it out.
The biggest jump platform is 10 metres high and it is not for the faint-hearted. Thankfully, there are smaller platforms to help build up the courage for the big one. The first is the 3-metre platform, a gentle introduction perfect for warming up your nerves. It sounds small, but that first step off the edge is always the hardest.
Oh, so fun.
Then there's the 7-metre jump. This is where things start to get serious. You've got a moment up there to question every decision you've ever made, and then you go.
How was it?
It was pretty good. I could do it now. I think I'm going to go with the big one.
And then there's the big one, 10 metres straight down into that stunning turquoise water. At this height, the water below looks a long way away. But once you commit, there's nothing quite like it.
I'm going to do it. All right, here we go. Yeah, forever. Okay. Oh, it's worth it. You're gonna regret it if you don't do it. I just went into myself and did it. I don't know. These are the Pitogo Cliffs. So it's a 30 peso fee to get in here, and the scene is just so pretty. So you've got really stunning cliffs dropping off into really green waters below. So you can go swimming here and you can get photos taken and even drone shots taken for an additional fee. So it is possible to jump off the cliffs, not from the top. So the top's probably at least 10 meters. It is prohibited to do that. But this is probably only about 3 meters. I think it's doable. Let's see how I go. Quite the experience. That ladder is not for the faint of heart. I'd say the best time to come to the Pitogo Cliffs is first thing in the morning. We're here around 8:45 and it's starting to get packed already.
is the old Balete tree. So it's a massive tree and it's got a lot of significance to the local people. Now, at the base of the tree, there's a pond and you can actually put your feet in and the fish will nibble at your feet. Entry is 20 pesos and you can probably spend 5 or 10 minutes here. Oh, I can feel it. It feels really weird, especially the big ones. So there's little ones here, and then there's this big one. Ooh. So the fish eat the dead skin. Ooh. That's a bit weird.
Gonna play, but maybe you should do whatever you need to erase me.
It feels really weird at first, but then it's kind of like a foot massage. This banyan tree is 400 years old and it's got a natural stream at the bottom. Now the fish are a recent addition.
But baby, you should do whatever you need to erase. But baby, you should do whatever you need to erase.
This is San Juan Beach. It's a gorgeous long stretch of sand with palm trees in the background and mountains off in the distance. It's got a really quiet fishing village kind of vibe. There's some people fishing in the water. There's some fishing boats here as well. It's a beautiful sunny spot, really peaceful and relaxing. The water here, it's not really that deep. You can't really immerse yourself too much, but it's good for just having a bit of a cool off in the water. This beach is free to enter. You can just walk through some bars that are on the roadside in order to get here. And it's a great spot to watch the sunset. We've just arrived at Sambulawan Underground Cave. This is supposed to be one of the best experiences in Siquijor. The tours are 250 pesos each, and that includes a guide, a life jacket, and a torch. So this goes for 150 metres. It's reasonably deep. It's good that we've got the life vest because it can float quite nicely.
And the water's pretty warm too, so it's very comfortable.
The water's really clear here, so you can see all the way down to the bottom of the water.
When I'm underground at times, I can get a little bit claustrophobic, especially if the ceiling doesn't have too much height. But in this underground river, it's felt really comfortable actually. So the turns are a little bit tight, but the ceilings are pretty high. So I wouldn't worry about feeling too claustrophobic.
So it's quite handy having a guide here to tell you where to watch out for your head. And this is a really interesting way to see another side of Siquijor.
Behind you is a man-made. The cliff form like orangutan, and we have stone form like a Buddha here.
Okay, so we're at the other end now after 150 meters, just floating through the water. I guess you've got to pick your times because we had a big group in front of us and they were taking their pictures as well, and that was probably about 10-15 minutes.
Bit of a traffic jam.
A bit of a traffic jam. But anyway, it's nice just enjoying the ambience. It's really nice and comfortable in this water, so you can stay here for hours. The whole trip probably takes around half an hour to an hour.
I think my favourite bit is when we put the coloured light on under the water. It just makes the whole place sparkle. For this tour, we recommend bringing your swimmers, maybe a rash vest. If you've got waterproof shoes, that's also a plus. Hapitanan Broomshot is a cute little place to get a few photos. So they've got a nice setup here, a lot of great little Instagrammable nooks to get some great photos, and they've also got a cafe and shop on site.
This is the Lazi Church. It's a really grand, large church, and it was built in the 19th century. The walls are hand-cut coral. It's just really pretty, painted white. It would have been really impressive back in the 19th century, and it's still impressive today. We love the painted ceilings and the stained glass windows. This church is really calm and peaceful. It's a great spot just to chill and reflect. Across the road from the Lazi Church is the Lazi Convent. This convent is the oldest and largest in the Philippines and possibly Asia. And this convent was built back in 1887. To enter the convent, there's a 30 peso entrance fee.
CocoRico is a great place to watch the sunset. It's a bar and restaurant. They've got great food options, including the nachos, which was $3.50 plus $1.50 for some minced beef. This is such a great spot. It's got a downstairs area, we're in the upstairs area. It's got beautiful views, unobstructed across the water, and there's music pumping. They've also got happy hour specials and free drinks from 7 to 7:30. What we also like is that when you arrive, you get complimentary popcorn.
Siquijor is a small island province in the Visayas region of central Philippines, sitting between Cebu, Bohol and Negros Oriental. Getting here requires a bit of effort, but travellers are rewarded with a Philippines island experience without the crowds. We came by ferry from Tagbilaran, Bohol. The crossing takes around 2 hours. There are also ferries from Cebu City and from Dumaguete on the Negros Oriental coast. When we left Siquijor, we continued onwards to Dumaguete, a short 45-minute crossing, which makes Siquijor a natural stop on any island hopping itinerary through this part of the Philippines.
The main forms of transport around Siquijor are tuk-tuks and tricycles. Now the prices are fixed depending on your destination, and your driver should have the price list printed out that you can have a look at. You can also hire scooters to get around the island, and there are also jeepneys, but they're a bit harder to get. When we arrived at the port of Siquijor, we were able to share a jeepney with some other people, and it was 700 peso to get from the port of Siquijor to San Juan for all of us.
A huge shout out to our tuk-tuk driver Gelber, who took us around the island for the day and made the whole experience so much easier and more enjoyable. Gelber runs tuk-tuk tours around Siquijor with his brother Benjie, and having a local driver who knows the island makes a massive difference. If you're planning a trip to Siquijor and want to book a tour with Gelber and Benjie, we'll put their contact details in the video description below. For our stay in Siquijor, we based ourselves at Aloha Seaside Resort right in San Juan, and we'd highly recommend it. The location is perfect. You're just steps away from the beach, and the newly renovated pool is a highlight after a big day of exploring. The rooms are comfortable and well set up, and the whole place has a relaxed, easy island vibe that you come to Siquijor for. It's also really conveniently placed for everything San Juan has to offer. Restaurants, the beach strip, and easy tuk-tuk access to all the main attractions. Breakfast is included right here at the resort, and there's a solid range of options to set you up for the day. If you want to learn more about Aloha Seaside Resort for yourself, we've popped a link in our video description.
It's breakfast time at Aloha Seaside Resort, and you get a decent range of options here. So there's Filipino breakfast, there's American style breakfast, you can even get crepes. Our favorite is the Tocino Filipino breakfast. So Tocino's, this you can get it either in pork or chicken, and it comes with rice and eggs, and you also get some fruit of the day. So yesterday we had some bananas, today we've got some watermelon,
And you've got coffee too. And Jay's also got the American style breakfast, and that comes either with bacon or sausage or ham. We've gone with the sausage today. I'm going to try this Tocino pork right now. I describe Tocino as a bit like bacon. It's quite savoury, it's quite chewy, but very sweet.
So, John, what did you think of Siquijor in the Philippines?
Siquijor is what I feel an island experience should be. So it's really relaxed, a really nice chill vibe, beautiful sandy beaches, my sort of island experience.
Previously to this, we were at Panglao Island in Bohol, and that's a very different experience, especially on the main beach, Aloha Beach. You get a lot of touts kind of trying to sell you a lot of things, and it's just a much more busy vibe, whereas this is really relaxed, really laid back, and just really peaceful.
Yeah, so we're in San Juan, and I think San Juan's probably the best area to base your stay when you're in Siquijor. So there's heaps of restaurants, heaps of accommodation. There's a really nice beach here as well, where you can just walk up and down all day, and you can go swimming as well. It's better to go swimming at high tide, because at low tide you're basically squatting in a pond. Yeah, it's just really, really nice, and there's so much great natural beauty to see in Siquijor.
Yeah, I loved all the waterfalls. There were underground cave experiences, beaches. It's just got everything.
Yeah. So Siquijor is not perfect in terms of transport. It's much more informal. There are no buses or public transport. You're going to need to get a tuk-tuk to get around the island. That said, you could also hire a scooter, which is pretty easy. And there's much less traffic here than other parts of the Philippines, so you're pretty safe with the scooters. The roads aren't great, but the low traffic makes it relatively easy to get around.
And in terms of safety, one thing to just keep in mind is we have read reviews that there's a few thefts that have occurred in the more secluded beaches. So just keep your wits about you and keep an eye on your valuables.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have any issues if you go to the main beaches, the more popular areas.
We hope you enjoyed this Philippines travel vlog on Siquijor. If you did, be sure to give it a like and leave us a comment.
If you really loved it, make sure you give us a hype as well.
And we've got plenty more travel vlogs like this from the Philippines as well as around the world. So if you want to follow us on our adventures, be sure to subscribe.
We are bucket list travellers.
See you next time.